All right, so now we're going to talk about taking care of levees. So you can see the river there and the levee. You can see all the people on the riverside and on the levee. Those are a bunch of my friends that I work with. And a lot of what we do is working to understand levees and to help people to take care of levees. So there are two important things we want to understand about our levees. And the first one is, how strong are the levees? Can floodwaters get through or over the top of the levees? And what are the chances of that happening? And the second one is, who's relying on the levees and how would they be impacted if the floodwaters got through or over the levees? If the levee fails, would people lose their lives and homes and property? Or if they have farmlands, would they lose their farmlands? You can also lose your property like museums or schools, and the animals and ecosystem could be impacted too. So understanding the strength of the levees and the chances that floodwaters could get through or over them, and who's impacted and how they're impacted from that. All right, so now we're gonna meet Tammy, and Tammy loves levees. She also loves Tom Brady and wants him to work on levees, but we like Drew Brees more because Drew knows levees. So Tammy loves when levees are healthy and strong, but she gets very sad when levees aren't healthy and possibly could fail. So we're gonna talk a little bit about how we can understand if a levee is healthy or if it's not feeling so good and could possibly fail. So some important things we need to understand about the strength of the levees. A lot of those things we talked about design, right? So what is it made out of? Is it made out of sand or sticky dirt? Or what is the shape of the levee? Is it a wide levee? Does it have those really flat slopes, or is it steep? And then it's important to understand what's underneath the levee, the earth underneath it and how strong that is, and we call that the foundation. So those are important. And then also to understand the strength of the water against it. Can it eat away at the levee or not? So those are really important things to understand. One of the awesome things about understanding how strong a levee is, if it's flooded before and if the levee held up well, it gives you a good indication that it's pretty strong. So those are important things in relation to design and past floods, understanding the strength of levees. So levees can be a lot of work to take care of. You could have grass growing on levees that you need to mow. Or you could have animals digging into levees that you need to get off of the levees and fill in the holes. We could have pipes going through the levees that get old and start falling apart and you have to replace them. Or during floods, you could have gates that you need to close on the levees. So we have people that take care of levees, and we call them the owners or the operators, and they're sort of the superheroes. They're the most important people that take care of levees. So those are all important things to understanding the strength of the levee and who could be impacted behind the levee. All right, so that's the end of our series on rivers and flooding and levees, and we want to say thank you to all the people who have participated. So thanks to us, Gus, for giving us gauges to measure water and the height of the rivers, and thanks to Noah for telling us when floods are coming, and to Em and Emma for getting people out of harm's way and for helping people recover. And then we get our designers, right? Dr. Sharp and Dr. Baruso. Thanks for helping us design levees. And then thanks to Tammy and all of our levee safety friends for helping us understand levees. Oh yeah, there's Batman and Robin as our levee owners. Thanks for taking care of the levees, Batman and Robin. And most of all, thanks to Eli for sharing Frogtown with us. And thank you all for listening.